Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 4, Episode 4, titled Fear Itself. Now, as of last episode, Buffy did have a whole falling out with the boys that she was dating, and it didn't really look like they were actually dating. He was using her, unfortunately, which is something that occurs
happens in college.
Especially in college, and Buffy's getting a harsh reality lesson right now. But I wonder how it's going to keep going, because she is getting a little help from support system, and she's going to be doing a little bit of learning, probably be more, cautious of boys. And I'm glad to keep watching, so thank you for joining us. We're going to be starting this one in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you for watching.
Hi again.
Why did they do that to me?
I was just thinking about the life of a pumpkin. Grow up in the sun, happily entwined with others. Then someone comes along, cuts you
She's
open
playing with the
and
guts. Oh,
rips
That's a
your
little
guts out.
crazy.
Got a treat for tomorrow night's second annual Halloween screening.
no, it's a Halloween
People,
episode.
prepare
How
to have
aptly
your
timed,
spines
almost.
tingled and your gooses bumped by the terrifying Fantasia.
I love Fantasia.
Maybe it's because of all the horrific things we've seen, but hippos wearing tutus just don't unnerve me the way they used to.
I thought we were doing the elf delt thing.
What thing?
The scary house?
You have to go through the whole scary house maze to get to the party, which is usually worth getting to.
Pretty cool.
These guys go all out.
There's a party?
We didn't tell you?
No, that's cool. You guys got your little college thing. I'm fine.
Oh, he's
I
been
got
left
better
out.
things to do than tag along to some fraternity.
You can come.
Okay. But only because I lied about having better things to do.
I'm gonna get going.
Now? The night's still...
That was unrealistic because she was playing with the guts and then touched the bed and her hair. Dude, that's not real.
And then she rubbed it on the banister.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You saw that?
She's still suffering a little post-Parker depression.
Really on the buff. Does anyone...
I also liked how Xander carved like the normal face, and then Oz just did like the spider, which shows that he's so much better.
I didn't even notice that. I was so busy laughing at post-Parker depression. What the fuck just happened?
What the hell's wrong with you, lady?
Man, you just jumped out at her
Yeah.
in the middle of the night. What do you mean? What's wrong with her?
Have we seen Giles with the chainsaw yet?
I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it in the intro.
I've got the basics down. Levitation, charms, glamours.
Oh.
I just feel like I've plateaued, Wicca-wise.
What's the next level?
Transmutation, conjuring, bringing forth something from nothing.
Transmutation sounds a little bit too much.
You know, if it's too much, don't do it.
Don't do it. What kind of encouragement is that? Then again, what is college for if not experimenting?
Oh? Look at the werewolf.
I'll know when I've
Oh,
reached...
and look, Oz. Oz shows up.
Wine coolers?
Magic.
Ooh, didn't encourage her, did you?
We're a supportive boyfriend guy.
Oh, he's picking up your dry cleaning, but he told me to tell you he's afraid you're gonna get hurt. I know what it's like to have power you can't control. And every time I start to wolf out, I touch something deep, dark. But just know that whatever you decide, I'll back your play.
Yikes.
You know, I forgot to be hungry.
No.
No, wait, you'll feel better at the party tonight. Maybe you'll even meet someone.
Willow, I don't want to meet someone. I've reached my quota on someone's.
Yeesh.
I'm sure he's gonna think I should be on active Slayer duty. He doesn't care about Halloween. Oh my god.
He's becoming Americanized, right?
He's just enjoying life.
It's alive! See how you...
He's the TV. Halloween.
Well, I was thinking that I should patrol tonight.
Simply creatures of the night shy away from Halloween. They find it all much too crass.
Hard to believe.
Sure you don't want one?
Those full-size candy bars. Is Giles rich?
This is the 90s.
I've come bearing spiders.
Halloween's not about thrills, chills, and funny costumes. It's about getting laid.
Is there any holiday that's not about getting laid?
Arbor Day.
Well, that's gonna be a problem.
You think? Gonna be creepy.
Anya,
Oh,
you really have to get this knocking thing down.
You haven't called. Not once.
You said you were over me.
And you just accepted that? I only said that because I thought that's what you wanted to hear.
Well, that's the funny thing about me. I tend to hear the actual words people say and accept them at face value.
That's stupid.
I accept that.
I love him. What a good season for him.
I thought
Uh-oh.
maybe we could go out tonight for our anniversary.
Ooh,
It's been exactly 1 week since we copulated.
copulated.
It's just I already have plans with Buffy, Willow, and Oz.
You continue to associate with them, though you share little in common.
What are you talking about?
They go to college, you don't. They no longer live at home. You do.
Well, hey, those things, the bonds of true friendships transcends. Could we just change the subject?
Okay.
If you want, you can come with me tonight to this party. You'll need a costume.
A costume?
Dress up, you know, something scary.
I came to get today's assignments.
I count 4 limbs, a head, no visible scarring, so I assume your personal issue wasn't a life-threatening accident of any kind, and am therefore uninterested. You've got problems, solve them on your own time. Miss another class and you're out.
Kind of how college is. You gotta go to the classes.
Yeah, well, you just got to keep your priorities. Professor Walsh is worth your time. I may be out of line here, and it's not really my business, but you seem like the kind of person who makes things really hard on themselves. Halloween isn't a night for responsibility. It's when the ghosts and goblins come out.
That's actually a misnomer.
Well, I didn't mean real ones.
Does he know?
You think he's a demon?
Or maybe he's a hunter?
Well, that's an interesting little design. What does it mean?
No clue. I got out of this book. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there about...
Ooh, grapes. You Fratley guys have a nice setup.
Hey, mighty Alpha Delts. You should think about pledging. Alexander's a civilian.
Ah,
Townie, huh? And no, he looks so normal.
cranky.
The sound system's not on, is
Any
it?
disturbance in the force, Master?
Yeah, that speaker's crackling a little bit.
Oz?
Cut myself.
I was gonna drop it on the pentagram.
Playing with knives?
Yep.
Fun, yes.
Blood sacrifice!
Bleeds to death, I got dibs on your equipment.
Is he some werewolves? So the werewolf
Animated
magic.
spiders, yeah.
Oh, the entire haunted house is actually gonna be. Oh my god. Okay.
It's an animation pentagram.
I like this. Where this is going now.
Try it now.
She read Riding Hood.
And then loosen it a little around the hood.
Does that mean I was gonna chase her around? I remember when I was like 8 or 5 or whatever, I was Darth Vader, and there was like 18 other Darth Vaders that year.
You're probably pissed as fuck.
Starting to feel like there's a pattern here. Open your heart to someone and he bails on you.
It's just men, Buffy.
Maybe it's easier to just...
Men ain't shit.
I will always be here for you.
I love that.
And you've got Mr. Giles and your friends.
I really like that scene.
Well, the mom is clearly
Yeah,
come
well-
to her own.
Yeah, Buffy said she was.
Well, it's gonna be at night.
We have to make sure she.
Is she
has
gonna
fun.
be somebody's knight in shining
To
armor? I
force
love
fun
this.
upon her.
Oh, she looks so
Yeah,
good in
Parker
it.
shows up, we'll just.
Do you think it's gonna turn her into a Templar? Because when she enters,
Bro, she's not a Templar. She's just a knight.
I think the thing is,
Nothing going on here.
I think everybody's costume is gonna become
You
real.
have to do this every time. I love you. You know that.
If I got turned into a giant lobster, I'd be pretty
I
upset.
think that's what's gonna happen. If people are gonna get turned into their costumes right now
I
again.
mean, like, so they're gonna redo the same episode?
I'm gonna love it either way.
Eyeballs, Rachel. They're eyeballs.
He Rasta, man. God damn.
I have that hat.
It became eyeballs.
What you got in the basket, little girl?
Is he gonna become James Bond?
Oh, Bond.
Yes!
James Bond.
Yes! Come on!
Insurance, you know, in case we get turned into our costumes again. I'm going for a cool secret agent guy.
I don't think it's happening.
I wanted to.
There's too much self-acknowledgement.
Hail,
Oh, I love her outfit so much.
thou.
I'm Joan of Arc.
Oh.
I figured we had a lot in common, seeing as how I was almost burned at the stake. And plus she had that close relationship with God.
And you are?
Who is this? I didn't see it.
It's just God on a name tag.
Oh, it's those guys.
What are they supposed to be?
NATO?
NATO?
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
invited
that
Anya
one
to
missed.
join us, but she's having some trouble finding a scary costume, so she's just gonna meet us there.
Oh, she's gonna come super scary, isn't she?
What?
Somebody died? Was there something labeled poison, maybe?
Oh, fuck. The punch ball.
What is happening? Oh, it's gonna be funny. God help me, he's gonna land up next to fucking Oz. Is he dead? What's gonna happen?
Oh, frat boys aren't too obsessive with the cleaning. Might not be decoration.
I wasn't scared. I was in the spirit.
And we'll back you up on that.
It's gone.
Is it in the armor?
Yeah, if a tarantula was crawling on me, I'd go home.
For me, guys, I'm done. Sorry.
Blood. Real blood.
She got extra smell?
Do you hear something? Like a squeaking
Amy?
noise?
Oh, it's these rented shoes, patent leather. I asked the guy to bring
No,
them in.
no, wait.
Bats. I'd bug. I go home.
I don't mind bats.
Oz, don't. It might be.
Rubber.
Where's the door?
Uh-oh. The house is animated.
The waddle down the stairs is too real.
Xander.
Oh, she's gonna save Xander.
I gotta save my boo.
Yeah. But she's a demon, so she's not afraid of things.
Thank the Lord.
You're welcome.
God. I hate that. So funny.
Sounds like a hissing.
It's like a noise.
I thought the word hissing kind of covered that nicely.
X-Pledge.
I'm sorry. Didn't know.
What is it?
It's alive. It's alive.
Oh?
Uh-huh.
That's kind of creepy.
Uh-oh.
He's in shock.
Chaz, what happened here?
Oh, it stabbed Buffy? It wasn't a real knife though, was it?
I think the cape took most of it.
Let me see.
We could need stitches. Should at least get a bandage or something.
He's like, I'm going back to the closet, sorry.
Yes, oh my god!
Oh, yeah, she got stabbed.
What closet?
Uh-oh.
You're telling us to run away and leave you behind?
We need help. We need the only person that can make sense of what's happening.
Giles!
Just a minute.
How much is eating? You see all the candy he's eating?
What else are you gonna do at Halloween?
Hot, be hot.
Xander's in trouble. You've got to do something right now.
Oh, no.
Are you listening? Xander's trapped.
Where's Buffy and the others?
Oh, they're trapped too, but we've got to save Xander.
Matter of reality distortion.
Casually eating candy.
Oh, never mind. I just need to get some supplies together.
Will, I'm telling you.
Telling me you're telling me?
I can't do my job if I have to worry about each of your safety.
It's not your decision.
Gotta disagree with you there.
Oh, of course you do.
Let's all take a breath. Buffy, maybe.
Being the Slayer doesn't automatically make you boss.
Yeah, I feel like we go over this like every month.
It conjures an emissary from the beyond that lights the way.
Conjuring. Well, let's be realistic.
Oh, she bring in like a
Oh,
spirit?
no.
Basic spells are usually only about 50-50.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
fucked up.
Well, so's your face. I'm not your sidekick.
Ooh.
Willow justified though.
She's very just.
Xander, where did you go?
Buffy, knock it off. This gets over. I'm right here.
This is so typical of him.
Typical.
What?
Xander!
She thinks I'm not ready to be a full-blown witch. I can handle the dark forces as good as anyone else. Buffy didn't find stairs.
There's no dead
in
body
which
at the
to-
stairs, though. You notice that?
I think you guys are thinking clearly.
Uh-oh. I would say something, Oz.
Something's happening.
Something good?
Oh, it looks from the intro.
Oh no. But you can't. There's no moon tonight.
I have to get away.
I can do the guiding spell. I know I can make it work.
Will, please.
No.
No!
Oh, he heard her.
Oz!
This is a house of horrors.
Yeah.
I didn't go anywhere. Great. Now I just gotta live with the fact that no one else
Buffy's
can
dealing
see
with
me.
being alone. Xander's dealing with being left behind and ignored.
He's dealing with changing.
Yeah.
And Will's,
Dealing with no.
no one's listening to her.
Bring the light. Oh, hey, I did it. I did you. Hi.
What?
I should try to find the people trapped upstairs first. Even if I get them, we still have to find a way out of the house.
Oh.
Okay, here's what we should do. Hey! What's going on? Get off!
Oh, Buffy, kick down the door.
How do you get out of this?
Oh, fuck.
Basement.
They all ran away from you. They always will. Open your heart to someone and you're not alone.
Oh, that's terrible. I hate that.
Anymore.
No.
What's gonna happen? Wow.
We're gonna have to create a door.
Chainsaw?
Create a door, you can do that?
I can.
Chainsaw! Now, where did that come from?
What do you mean? You got... It's a bag of holding. What?
Goat room?
This is the most video game level design ever.
Yeah.
Run through house, fall to basement, get to roof.
They're not dead, most of them. They're just like horrified.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's dealing with their worst fears.
Us?
Not us.
Get him off me! Get him off! Get off!
Oh, they are.
Willow!
Get him off me!
Willow, what's wrong?
Couldn't get him off.
Oh, nice call out.
I'd offer my opinion, but you jerks aren't gonna hear it anyway. Not that didn't go to college boys or anything.
Ah.
See, I told you.
I might as well hang out with my new best friend, Bleeding Dummy Head, for all you dorks scared.
What is wrong with you?
You heard that? Oh, God, good.
The house separated us. Like it wanted to scare us.
But we got
Giles
away.
breaking in broke it?
We were brought here.
I saw them painting that. They were copying out of that.
They left it on display. It's spooky.
I think this is a summoning spell for something called...
Gaknar?
Okay, so our fears are feeding it. If we get everyone out of here.
Giles! No, not Giles.
Let's go.
Yeah, Giles!
Hey, everyone, it's Giles with a chainsaw. Glad you could make it.
Gaknar, of course. This is Gaknar.
I don't want to fight that.
He looks cool.
Break the spell.
Whatever we do, let's do it fast.
I have it. I have it.
He's very cool.
Summoning spell for Gaknar can be shut down in one of two ways. Destroying the mark of Gaknar is not one of them, and will in fact immediately bring forth itself.
I love that. It's like you're playing a video game, you don't listen to the full dialogue. You're like, fuck, what?
Oh wait, I'm supposed to save him. Jeez.
Okay. Okay.
All right, he does look cool.
He's pretty sick.
That's a tiny mouth.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. How tiny is he?
Lord of nightmares, the bringer of terror. Tremble before me. Fear me.
He's so cute.
Tremble.
Who's a little fear demon? Come on. Who's a little fear demon?
Don't
I
taunt
bring the
the fear
terror.
demon.
Why, can he hurt me?
No, it's just tacky.
He's finally been saved by somebody else.
That's your scary costume.
Bunny's frightened me.
Bloody hell, the inscription.
What's the matter?
I should have translated the Gaelic inscription under the illustration of Gagner.
What's it say?
Actual size.
That got you, didn't it?
Because I thought we were about to be like, oh god, we gotta go back and fight it, and it's just no actual size, and then he walks away. I like little dumb jokes like that.
All right, so the episode was funny.
Okay, it started off a little slow, I will admit. It was like a weird way. I didn't know where it was going, and I obviously overguessed.
Good way to describe the season so far, too.
Yeah. I overguessed for sure on what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be them turning into their monster costumes, and you were correct. That was done already. But they were kind of alluding to it a little bit with, like, I mean, Xander made the joke about it. So there was like kind of probably an idea they had that was put on the writer's table, and they were like, no, we can't do that again.
Animated haunted house was a good way to go for this
especially
episode.
Everything remains the same, but just becomes real, which is pretty cool. And it seems like what their true reality was the house was manifesting fears, because when you put your hand in the bowl of grapes, it became eyeballs. And then when Xander probably saw the head statue, he probably thought, please don't be real, and then it became real. It's a really well done, and you noticed it when it became like, you know, their fears. It was their fears manifesting.
And this is kind of like that. What's the words I'm looking for? This is like, even though it's a silly, you know, haunted house episode, it's still dealing with the fears that you have as like a freshman in college, as you start to move beyond your previous comfort zone and group of friends, and all this stuff. And it's more about the growth that you go through, because everyone's dealing with their worst fears, and some of them it's getting left behind while your friends go off. The other ones are everyone's going to leave you behind. You're not worth loving. Blah blah blah. And then Willow and Oz have their own like personal battles that they're dealing with, because they have each other, so they're not necessarily, and they're not insecure about that relationship, so they don't have that as their paramount fear. Additionally, Joyce, being Buffy's like person to go to and voice of reason, and having that mother-daughter conversation about like real life, is again showing the growing up that you go through, because you go from like not talking to your parents about serious stuff because they don't understand, and you have your peers, to suddenly your peer group kind of narrows down a little bit, and parents become the resource you go to.
It's fair. And I mean, in this episode, we kind of got a little hint of what each of their fears were before the haunted house, where Buffy was talking about Parker, and when Willow was like, you could find another guy at the party, and she's like, I don't want to. And then Buffy's talking about her dad, you know, and with mom, she has abandonment issues, especially towards men, which could have been why she couldn't see Xander, because you know. And then we have Xander's fear of being left out because he doesn't go to college, and he is left out because he's not going to college until invited. Willow's is that she's being sidelined for, you know, by Buffy and whatnot, and you know, for her, I think maybe that nobody believed in her too, partially. And then Oz even said it too, because Oz said it when she said, I was going to do this new thing. She's like, you know, be careful tapping into these dark powers, because I'm scared of it. Every time I transform, he's scared. Every time I transform, it's bad. So that's, you know, his fear of transforming was coming through, and it was just like nice to see that. And then obviously Anya didn't have a manifestation because she didn't go inside. But I mean, her going to get Giles was probably like one of my favorite things too. She goes, she's like, we need to save Xander, and she's like, Giles is like, oh, what about everybody else? Oh, she's there too, but Xander, come on, let's go.
I just love how they've transformed Giles into like the go get dad, and dad just walks in and just cuts through all the bullshit type of thing. Literally cuts through all the bullshit.
I also love how you noticed there was a chainsaw in the intro, and then it came back in this episode immediately. I did think it was cool that the party was a maze until it became a real maze, and then I was like, nah, fuck that. Nope. One of the jokes I like was post Parker depression.
Yeah, that was stellar. That was so stellar writing.
Some fun writing with that. We also have, what's called Xander and Anya's relationship starting to kind of form a bit, which is interesting because he wasn't really interested in her, but as any, boy in that age group is, attractive girl and sex will get him. It seems like they're kind of.
I think it's kind of a little bit more than that because I think Xander is like a goofy guy who does care but has his own issues that he's dealing with. He will like fixate on things and not notice the things around him. And then he has to. Anya's starting to get on his radar. So I feel like there's going to be a shift where he starts to focus on her, because we see at the end of the episode where before he doesn't really like acknowledge Anya, but then when they're at Giles's house, he like straight up is staring at her and is like, really, bunnies, which is like taking an interest in her.
Correct. And it's true, he's actually starting to, maybe develop, there may be a thing which would play on the joke that Xander dates monsters and falls in love with monsters. Only monster girls. I'm curious what those guys are up to too with the night vision and whatnot on the special forces guys. They look like they're out to do some basically kidnap monster shit. But I don't know.
Well, also a key point here is
I don't know why in daylight.
The one came out, stared at Buffy. Buffy stared at him. So they've seen each other now. So now if they end up seeing each other while they're hunting a monster, then it's not gonna be like, oh wait, I recognize that face, and it's going to imprint more than just a random that they run into.
That's fair.
And the way that one walked out and stared at Buffy, I'm gonna go with it's that English professor or whatever professor. That
TA?
Yeah, the TA.
I think the TA is gonna end up being the bad guy.
The TA is one of those gun guys.
So he could be, but I think he might end up being the demon, especially because he said he kind of referenced knowing about like Halloween with the demons. I think the professor is being used as like a red herring where they're making her seem big, bad, and evil and scary.
I'm not even paying attention to the professor.
I know.
So I'm agreeing with you.
She's a distraction. She's supposed to be an average college professor, and Buffy's just not used to being, told you have to come to class and this and that.
What do you mean I can't miss class?
Yeah, there's only 16 classes. You can't miss 16 classes. The course is over. So I understand the professor. Now, the college TA, on the other hand, is being way too nice about everything. So I feel like that's being like kind of like a missing like a red herring, distract us from the fact that he's probably actually making evil plots. Maybe he knows Buffy's the Slayer.
He's evil. I think if anything, he's like
he might not be
not like fully paladin, but he's paladin in the sense of like he's nice. He cares about like doing the right thing, and then that's why he's going and fighting demons, is because he's also like the paladin wielding the hammer to fight evil.
Interesting theory. The one thing I also say, I like to joke that Willow was Joan of Arc because she was also almost burned.
Fire.
That was a great fire. And I love how much Giles is just enjoying life, especially with his Halloween costume. That was great.
He had no trick or treaters.
It's really so sad. But I mean, it's becoming very Americanized, as Wesley said, you're becoming Americanized because he's has a TV and he watches it a lot. God. Giles like normal, and now he's wearing Halloween costumes and embracing Halloween culture, which is a more American thing.
It's actually like definitively American. Like no one in the world does Halloween like America.
Oh, I know.
It's actually something that people like about America.
Especially younger generations. It's a lot of fun. If you've never been in America, if you never celebrate Halloween, it is pretty fun. It is exactly like you see in TV shows, minus the monsters and stuff. There are parties, there are costumes, a whole lot of fun. It's crazy. I don't have anything else to add, but that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no,
especially as we got going. So thank you for joining us with the 732 Review Crew. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Mike.
And this was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now, if you do enjoy our content, check out our Patreon, which does a full length for this and other series. The support does go a long way. It also allows you to help us decide on other shows we're watching as we get through, Battlestar Galactica. We have to pull up right now to replace that show with 2 shows. So make sure you check it out if you want to help influence that. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Bye.
Toodaloo.